Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Bhagavad-Gita as it is, chapter 15, verse number 5. Nirmana moha jitta sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvanvair vimuktaha sukha dukkha samaggair gachanti amudaha padam avyayam tat. Nirmana moha jitta sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvanvair vimuktaha sukha dukkha samaggair gachanti amudaha padam avyayam tat. Nirmana moha jitta sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvanvair vimuktaha sukha dukkha samaggair gachanti amudaha padam avyayam tat.
Nirmana moha jitta sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha nirvimukta sukha dukkha samjaya gacchantya padamavyayam
Nirmana moha jita sanga dosa adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama Ganghair vimukta sukha dukkha sanjay Gacchantya moha padamavyayam
Hari Bol.
Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha
adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvanvair vimukta sukha dukkha samjaya gacchantya
Gacchantya padamavyayam
Mataji. Okay. Word to word meaning. Nihi, without. Mana, false prestige. Moha, and illusion. Jita, having conquered. Sangha, of association. Doshaha, the faults. Adhyatma, in spiritual knowledge. Nityaha, in eternity. Vinivritta, disassociated. Kamaha, from lust. Dvandve, from the dualities. Vimuktaha, liberated. Sukha dukkha, happiness and distress. Samaggai, named. Gachanti, attain. Amudaha, unbewildered. Padam, situation. Avyayam, eternal. Tat, that. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. Purport. The surrendering process is described here very nicely. The first qualification is that one should not be deluded by pride. Because the conditioned soul is puffed up, thinking himself the lord of material nature, it is very difficult for him to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should know by the cultivation of real knowledge that he is not Lord of material nature. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Lord. When one is free from delusion caused by pride, he can begin the process of surrender. For one who is always expecting some honor in this material world, it is not possible to surrender to the Supreme Person. Pride is due to illusion. For although one comes here, stays for a brief time and then goes away, he has the foolish notion that he is the Lord of the world. He thus makes all things complicated and he is always in trouble. The whole world moves under this impression. People are considering the land, this earth, to belong to human society, and they have divided the land under the false impression that they are the proprietors. One has to get out of this false notion that human society is a proprietor of this world. When one is freed from such a false notion, he becomes free from all the false associations caused by familial, social, and national affections. These faulty associations bind one to this material world. After this stage, one has to develop spiritual knowledge. One has to cultivate knowledge of what is actually his own and what is actually not his own. And when one has an understanding of things as they are, he becomes free from all dual conceptions such as happiness and distress, pleasure and pain. He becomes full in knowledge, then it is possible for him to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajeva Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitansha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada says that in this verse, the process of surrender is described very nicely. So while I was making notes, I found like there are overall 9 steps which makes one possible to come to the point of surrender. And where are we going wrong? So it's mentioned here that nihi, without, mana, false prestige, moha, the illusion, sangha dosha is mentioned here, faulty association. And those who are free from this, then what happens? Then they can understand the eternal, or we can say they can talk about the existence of soul. Because mostly people think they are this body. They don't have understanding about they are the soul. And that's why the whole world is going on in this conception of I am this body, and whatever the body demands, I need to fulfill it. And based on this ideology, they're creating partitions, they're creating divisions, they're creating differences, and they're fighting. Because I am right and you are wrong. There is no common base. So, it's mentioned here that pride is an obstacle which will make for oneself difficult to surrender. It's mentioned that when we come in the altar and we offer Dandavat Pranam, it's like giving up pride, and you are freed from so many sinful reactions that you are carrying with you. Because you are bowing down. And when you see some celebrity or some big neta, he comes in front of the altar, what is his reaction? A devotee who knows his position, totally surrender. He knows his reality. He is depending on the mercy. Everything which is happening, Purushan Nirshu, is given by the ability of Krishna. He acknowledges that, and whenever he sees the Lord, total Dandavat. Similarly, a disciple, when he sees his Guru, Dandavat. Why? Because his whole spiritual existence is based on the mercy from his Guru. He has no spiritual life without the mercy of the Guru. Right? So, that's the whole mood, to be humble, to know the reality, what you are. But due to illusion, so there are two words, illusion and delusion. And they have a very interesting meaning, like two different meanings. So illusion means, which we always hear, Maya. To take things which they are not. Just like this Prabhuji is standing here, and there is a shadow of the Prabhuji. I say, hello Prabhuji. So I take the shadow as the person. So this illusion one can have, which is called Maya. So similarly, we are taking this body as oneself. This is illusion. And out of this illusion, one is developing a conception, an ego, that I am this body. And is boosting that ego, that I am this body and have to work for this body. And that is creating pride within him. And a concept which is getting very strong, and is reflecting that concept by doing deluding activities. False belief. I'm this body, ye mera ghar hai, this is, we are against the neighbor bordering. So we say, Jai Hind, right? Yeah. And we are so cursing the neighbor party. While we die, we will remember that party. And it's said in Bhagavad-Gita, what you remember at the time of your death, you will become that. And you take birth in the neighbor border. And from there you say, Hindustan Mudawar, right? So it always goes on like that. Due to this false conception. And they're doing such activities. And due to these activities, their life is always in trouble. Prabhupada mentions here in the purport, they are making everything complicated. Everything complicated. Yesterday we were in Goshala, and I was with these small ones, the calf, and they were having a lot of ticks. You know ticks, right? The one who sucks the blood from the body, right? The animals, they have a lot. And we observed the ones who were outside, they were not having so many ticks. Why like this? Krishna is not merciful on these small ones. The whole issue is that Krishna made such an arrangement, if the cows are in the open, the birds, they come down and they feed on the sticks. They help the cows to get rid of the sticks. But when they're enclosed, how can you expect the bird to come inside? And that's why there is a huge development of ticks. So Krishna has made the arrangement for every animal. Okay, cow, okay, you might have ticks because due to whatever this process, but I've created solution also. These birds, they need something to eat, they will come on you. And if you see on the field, if you see any animal, you will always see there is a bird sitting on the top and it's nicely eating. We saw that when we were outside. So this is the arrangement of the Lord, perfect arrangement. He is maintaining each and every one, no partiality. because everyone is related to the Lord. But due to this bodily conception, we say, oh, this is my son, oh, this is mine. This is nonsense. Right? When the nonsense done by your own child, you like it. But the same nonsense done by another child, nalike, he doesn't know how to behave. This conception of me and mine is creating lot of conflict and divisions. And that's why people are getting bereft of the spiritual understanding and they are totally confused. So, when you are living such false notion, you will be always associating with faulty mindset people. Oh, my son, study nicely, earn lot of money, take lot of loan, make big things for us, and no concept of spirituality because they don't know spirituality exists. And in the end, do something. And you say, oh yes, I'm this body. Yes, whatever you say, you're my mother, you're my father, I accept that. And you stay with this false association. And in this association, what you do? You continue with your journey of satisfying your lust. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And then you forget about the conception of eternality. Because you're living with something called prayas, immediate benefit. So there is no concept of eternality. And then they're always bewildered by sukha, dukkha, profit and loss, right? And then they are so bewildered they don't know what to do. And with fear they are living, and with fear they die. The Prabhupada is giving the process here. First, you get rid of this illusion. How? You start hearing about the Supreme Personality, who is the source of everything. Okay, how you came into existence? Okay, your father. Who is his father? Who is his father? Then you will come to Lord Brahma. Who is Lord Brahma's father? Garbhodakshay Vishnu. From where Lord Garbhodakshay Vishnu is coming? Shirodakshay Vishnu or Mahavishnu, and then Sankarshan, and then Krishnastu, Bhagavan Swayam. Sarva Karana Karana. This is how you start inquiring. And then what will happen? You will understand how small you are. Srila Prabhupada was one time mocking His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj in a very mild way, joking way, because Maharaj is like a very heavy manager doing lot of things, and when you are very passionate, you sometimes the elbows touch each other and they leave a bad taste. So Prabhupada was saying that in this whole creation there are so many universes, and out of this many universes there is one universe, and in the universe there is one planet called Earth. And in a small planet Earth, there is a small country called USA. The small country USA, there is a small so-called city called Los Angeles. In the whole Los Angeles, there is a corner called this, whatever was the place. And in that, there is an office of a person who thinks is the boss of the whole universe. Is the boss of the whole universe. Such a small position we have. But due to illusion, we think we are very big. It's not like Prabhupada is correcting him as a person who is setting an example that how insignificant we are. But we take that we are something, but we are nothing. We are nothing. So this illusion must go. Then the pride will automatically go. And then we will have a proper conception about life. Okay, things are not happening as per my desire, but it's happening with one person's desire, that is Krishna. Or things are happening as per my desire. Still, it's happening with Krishna's desire. So Krishna is always the one who is making things happen. But we think, oh, I am the doer. It happened due to me. I was there. That's why it happened very nicely. If I had not been, it was going to be mess. We try to take the credit. We are controlling the things. And when things don't work, we say, what's happening now? What's happening now? And those who are vested for some time in this material world, they have realized that some phase is you think that you are sitting on the top of the elephant, controlling the boss, everything. And some phase you feel the elephant is on top of you, crushing you, giving you the trouble. Nothing is happening as per you. So we have to understand this reality. And then what will happen? The pride which is due to illusion will go away. And with this, we will get rid of the false notion, the foolish notion that I am the Lord of the world. And we can be saved then. We can be saved then. That's why in the previous verse it's mentioned that Ashvatham enam su viruddha moolam asanga shastrena tridena chitva. That we have to cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. And detachment will come with knowledge. And this Gyan and Vairag will automatically come when we are doing devotional service. Ahitukam, automatically it comes. So then we will understand that this is a perverted reflection. The real tree is in the spiritual world. And who is the source there? Okay, Krishna is the source. This is how we can understand. But we have to really inquire, who am I? What am I doing? Why everyone has to be like this? Why everybody has to work like this? Something we have to inquire. And this inquiry potency is given to the human beings, human species. If they don't inquire, Prabhupada says, then you are two-legged animal. There's no difference between you and the animal because animals don't inquire beyond sleeping, eating, mating, and defending. But human species are meant to inquire beyond these bodily necessities. So, for those who are always expecting some honor in this material world, it is not possible to surrender to the Supreme Person. So, I don't want any respect. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, na kavitam va jagdish kamaye. I don't want any follower. Oh, Prabhu, what a class, what a kirtan. Yes, I was eager to hear this. Some appreciative words, yeah. So, your satisfaction will be depending on if you get appreciated. You won't be satisfied with the service that you are getting. If that's the case, you will never be happy. We should be happy that we are getting the service because service means it's mercy of the Lord. We should not be happy or try to get satisfaction by hearing appreciative words. It means you're enjoying the senses. You're not focused on serving the Krishna. Right? And if this is your parameter of doing service, then you will be in trouble. Because even if you do the best, you will be criticized. You did your honestly, still you might be accused of something. It can happen. This is material world. We don't know what karma we are carrying with us. But if you are focused on just pleasing Krishna, appreciative of the service that we are getting, then you will be always happy. And this is what Krishna said to the gopis. I cannot return back for the service that you are doing. So you just be satisfied with the service that you have. This is the only thing which I can give you. Just be satisfied with the service that you have. And that's the blessing that we have in our life through the setup of the organization that we have created so many services that we can do. Now this is a month of marathon and we need many volunteers to do that. How many can do? So many books to be distributed. Thousands of people are coming, only 10 book distributors. You need at least 100 to catch 1,000, right? If you want to catch lakhs, you need more than that. So this is how we need more volunteers. And there is huge scope of services. Prabhupada said one place, managers we can pay. But for preaching, we need realization. And that realization will only come by devotees who are practicing devotional service. It can't be purchased. Manager you can purchase and make them do the management, okay, cleaning and everything. Okay, we don't need to engage devotees. Devotees must be engaged in preaching. That's the whole mood. So, if we're expecting, then it will be difficult for us to surrender. So, the first qualification for surrender is that one should not be deluded by pride. That I'm this body, the false notion, I have to work for the country, I have to work for the family. We were having the class and they said, I have a duty to my parents. I said, you labeled your activities towards your parent as a duty. And what's your duty towards the Lord? What's your duty towards the things that you're receiving from the demigods? What's your duty towards your soul? We just, by this word, I have a duty towards something. We are giving up the real duty. Real duty means the duty for the soul. So that's why karma yoga, okay, you engage in the activities which is in relation to Krishna. You maintain yourself, you maintain your family in relation by serving to Krishna. This is how you do. So if you want to work outside, no problem, work outside. Then you give something of your hard work. Don't take everything for yourself. Because unless you sacrifice how will you get purified? You won't get purified. You have to sacrifice your time, your energy, or your wealth that you are earning. You have to sacrifice. This will purify you. If you are just focused on gathering, oh, I came to Krishna consciousness, now I want to gather first initiation tag. Yes, very sincere, got first initiation, done. Now I want to get inside the altar, very working, very hard. Second initiation, done. Now nothing is left. Now let me do what I want to do. This tendency won't help. This tendency won't help. We have to have a tendency to contribute to the society which is giving you so much. Like, we don't know what depth we have from Srila Prabhupada. Like, we just got the entry in the spiritual realm by Srila Prabhupada. We can never pay back. But we forget with time. And we start saying, oh, not everything is there in Prabhupada's books. Yeah, because you were not given the access to that. That's why you're not able to see. People say such statement, oh, there's not everything. Prabhupada has given very limited. No, you are not given the access. Because Divya Gyan Hridaya Prakashito is revealed within the heart. It's revealed when you read the books. It's an open book secret, right? We say that. Why? Because if you get Adhikar, then only you can understand and you can see it. Otherwise, you might have read 100 of times, it won't be accessible to you. Such is the beautiful nature of the spiritual activities. So that's why we need to be dedicated. We need to be faithful to Guru and Krishna. And it's mentioned, one who is faithful to Guru and Krishna, all the purports of the Shastras are revealed to him. We don't have to make a separate endeavor. But we go for that. And then we lose the essence. And then the spiritual life gets by. Then they want cheap satisfaction, Sahajiyapana and this and that. Oh, why Krishna? Let me chant something else. Why Krishna? So we forget the Siddhanta and then we create disturbance in our life and within the society. That's why we need to be going to the past, again to the back and see how we started. Then we will understand how much grateful we need to be for what we are getting each and every day. And it's increasing. The contribution by the movement, by Srila Prabhupada, by the books, it's increasing in our life. It's not decreasing. So we should match that contribution. We should dedicate our whole heart in our activities. And that will give you satisfaction. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, if we associate ourselves with people who are interested in Krishna consciousness means having no material desires. Prabhupada was asked, questioned by one devotee, Prabhupada, can we go back to Godhead in this lifetime? Prabhupada said, why not? Oh, Prabhupada, but we have to be free from material desires. Totally free. Prabhupada said, yes, Krishna consciousness means no material desires. So if we are having still material desires means we are not Krishna conscious. So we have to work on that. And how we can work? When we contribute. Not just take, contribute. And that should be our mood, because we have done everything for this body, these senses, since many lifetimes. There's a verse in CC, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mayi na karuna. Before that it's mentioning, Kati na katida palitaha. Du nideshaha tesham jata. Like, how many times, I'm not able to remember, how many ways, palitaha, I have obeyed. What? Duha nideshaha. Undesirable orders. Of whom? These senses. They dictate to me, do this. I sincerely follow. It's not desirable, but still I do it. To pacify the senses. And I've been doing it, I don't know how many lifetimes. Sincerely doing it. But these senses are na karuna. They're not showing any mercy. What you have done. No mercy. No shame. Na tripa. Upashantihi. There is no satiation. No desire to cease. Going on shamelessly. So, I want to give up all this. Hey Yadupate, I want to give all this, and then now sa amram sa am praptam. Now labda buddhi. Now my intelligence has awakened. And I want to what? I want to sharanam. I want to take your shelter. Who shelter? Who gives abhayam? Who gives fearlessness? So please, Yadupate, save me. The senses are really ungrateful. I've been obeying them. So please save me. So when we have that understanding, then we are done with this material lust. If not, we will continue. So we have to get rid of this false notion. How? By getting rid of this false pride. How? By understanding what is real, what is not real. Not staying in Maya. This is how we can be saved and take shelter. So, we have to understand who is our source, and then we can be free from the dual conceptions. Like, Matra Spashastu Kuntaya Sitoshna Sukha Dukkada. That this is like changing weather. Titishva Bharata. Stay focused. Don't be bewildered. Oh, now 3 months before, who would have imagined? No AC, no life without stand. Now we are without AC, we need heater and we need sweaters, right? It's changing. Now 3 months later, this will be horrible for us. Like now we need openness. So this will always happen in your life. Don't be bewildered. Just stay focused. So your senses will demand, the modes will come into action and they will say all the nonsense things. Let it say why you want to go for it. You have the option of chanting Hare Krishna. You have the option to hear about Krishna Katha. You have the option to associate with devotees. You have the option to take Sundar Darshan, beautiful Darshan of the Lord. You have so many options, but why are you listening to this particular desire which is undesirable, not beneficial? Why you want to listen if you have so many options to do? But because we don't have taste, and Janiya Sunya Visha Khainu, we are drinking poison, knowingly drinking poison. That's why we have to pray for what we are having. We have to pray what we are lacking. This is how we can be really absorbed and really protected. Otherwise, there is no scope. There is no scope. We need to be grateful and we need to depend on our further deliverance. Not like we have achieved. There is a nice pastime in Bhagavatam where Amrish Maharaj was doing fasting. Durvasa Muni came there. Yeah, Durvasa Muni said, I'm going for taking bath. And Amrish Maharaj said, I need to wait then. Yeah, but the time came for breaking the fast. Murata was there. He had been fasting since like many months. And if you don't break the fast, then whatever you did, it's a failure. The Brahmanas, he inquired from the Brahmanas. He didn't act it whimsically. Okay, now I'm fasting. I can drink, I can eat. But he inquired what to do. Then they said, you drink water. It means you have not broken the fast and the fast still continues. When Durvasa Muni comes, you can feed then the whole group and then you can eat. But Durvasa Muni knows what's happening. He came and he was so angry. There was no inconvenience to Durvasa Muni. It was just subtle thing. He didn't wait for me. That disturbed him. He expected that this person should wait for me. And who is that person? He never saw who is that person. He is the servant of the Lord. Just because he was just focused on himself, he was not able to see who is this person. So when we are too absorbed with me and mine, you cannot see the reality. Who is the opposite person? We just focus on yourself. And Durvasa Muni in anger created a demon to kill him. And Amrish Maharaj, okay, what to do? No option. Please let me take shelter of Krishna. If he wants me to be killed by being punished, let me accept. So this is very interesting. You are in a very dangerous situation and not running from it. You are accepting it and depending on Krishna. Whew. Like we were discussing on Parikshit Maharaj. Like Parikshit Maharaj knew after 7 days, one snake is going to come and kill him. If we come to know, after 7 days, one person is going to come and kill me, can we survive? Can we focused? Can we stay without sleeping? Or like without eating? Will we disturb like anything? But Parikshit Maharaj was totally focused in Bhagavatam. And when it came, okay, do your job and let me go. Fearless. Same here. Fearless. Okay, Krishna wants that. Because they accepted Krishna's plan. They had no other motive except accepting Krishna's plan. We have every motive which is totally opposite of Krishna's plan. And that's why we get bewildered and we get fear. But they are fearless, taking shelter. And then Sudarshan came in action, killed the demon, and made Durvasa Muni run like for his life. He made him run like so much. And even went to Vaikuntha, like so powerful Muni. And Vishnu said, sorry, I cannot forgive you. Sudarshan won't listen to me because you have committed offense to a Vaishnava. So you have to ask forgiveness from him. And he went and asked forgiveness from Amrish Maharaj. Now this is interesting how Amrish Maharaj reacted. When something bad happens to us, we claim justice. Justice for us. Right? And then there is a party who is with you. And you think, now it will happen as per my desire. Like everyone is on my side. And you say, okay, take care of this guy. He was troubling me a lot. You start controlling and demanding. Amrish Maharaj, when this happened, he said, what are you doing, Durvasa Muni? This is not suitable for you. And he started glorifying Sudarshan. Oh, you are such a nice servant and this and that. Yeah, but if you think it's suitable, please kindly leave this nice Brahmana. Don't give him trouble. Like, please forgive him. He didn't command it. Oh, now it is I can say, oh, chhod do isko. He requested Sudarshan, please, if you think it's okay, please forgive me. This mood of Amrish Maharaj is like very interesting. And this is the mood of a pure devotee. He never think himself in control. He always conscious that Krishna is in control. And Prabhupada says, not a blade of grass can move without the will of the Lord. That's the control Krishna has. But we are not conscious of it because we are confused or bewildered with our own motives, our own desires. That's why we are not able to see the beautiful arrangement of the Lord in our life. And we always complain and regret and cry, but there is no point. Krishna is Suridam Sarva Bhutanam. And now you are a devotee. Why? He will trouble you. But you take it as a trouble because you want something which is opposite the way Krishna wants. But Krishna's way is the best way because he is the well-wisher. You are a conditioned soul. You don't know what's going to happen by your decision. But Krishna knows what's best for you. So that understanding if we get, then we'll be free from duality. We'll be free from duality. And then we can develop detachment. We can develop detachment. Detachment from these desires that we are developing. And by that, slowly, we can understand what is for me, what is my position. Yeah. And then we can surrender. And Prabhupada says here that to gain the favor of the personality of Godhead, one has only to surrender. If you want favor of Krishna, you don't have to do anything else. Just surrender. And how can you surrender? When you have that faith. And how will you develop that faith? When you are hearing in the association of devotees. That will give you faith. Adhav Shraddha. The faith will be strengthened by hearing process. That's why we are hearing so much every time. And then you can do surrender. And then with devotional development, you will have experience of ecstasy and you can show the symptoms of ecstasy in pride also. So I was reading Night of Devotion. It's mentioned that just like a conditioned soul behaving in pride, now a soul which is dedicated to Krishna and his symptoms is shown in pride. So there are a few statements which I will read. Very nice. This is Bilva Mangal Thakur. He's saying, my dear Krishna, you are leaving me, forcibly getting out of my clutches. But I shall be impressed only by your strength when you can go forcibly from the core of my heart. If you can do that, then I can say, oh, you're something. He's proud that Krishna, he's controlling Krishna within his heart. And he's so sure that Krishna cannot go out of his heart. He has captured him. Lord Brahma, he says, my dear Madhusudana, persons who are pure devotees of your Lordship actually feel your ecstatic friendship, and as such, they are never vanquished by enemies. I am friend of Krishna, Krishna will protect me. They are so confident that they pass over the heads of their enemies without any care of what you will do. Krishna will take care of me. This is how they went inside mouth of Aghasura because they were so confident that Krishna will protect them. Fearless. And they do activities like without thinking. One weaver at Mathura, he addressed Krishna in this way: "My dear king of Vrindavan, I have become so proud of your causeless mercy upon me that I do not even count upon the mercy of the Lord of Vaikuntha, which is sought out by many great sages in deep meditation." It means, like, he is getting mercy of Vishnu, but he doesn't care for them. He's so happy. Look, I have your mercy. I don't need Vishnu. You are with me. And you are the supreme. I don't need anyone else. He is so, like, we can say, impudent. Krishna is with me. Why I have to worry? The main boss is with me. So this is the symptom of pride. And the symptom of pride in condition, we all know how we behave. I am the controller. I am the one to enjoy. And I am the well-wisher. Oh, where are you without me? I did for you. Yeah. So that is the symptom. So now we have everything which is needed for us to go back to Godhead. We just need to have faith that this is enough. And we have to again and again read that. Because Krishna's pastime is relishable every time you read. We have to go for something new. This new mentality is conditioned mentality, which doesn't make you appreciate what you have and always make you lament for something which you are not having right now. But with time, everything will be revealed within your heart when you are ready. It's about adhikar. Kanishta adhikari, Madhyam adhikari, Uttam adhikari. They get adhikar and they get access to the realm when they experience the spirituality. It's all about adhikar. And adhikar can be, can be attracted by attracting the mercy of the Lord. And this can be attracted by serving the Lord and especially his devotees. Simple. Nothing else to be done. So thank you. Hare Krishna. So we have 2-3 minutes. If anyone has any questions or any comment, we can take. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, Prabhu said this statement, okay, the surrendering process is nicely described here. Where is the process? But if you read again and again, this verse and the previous verse, you see there is a process. The illusion is a cause, then pride, then delusion, yeah? And then false belief, then faulty association, then lust, you are done with lust, then you understand things, then you get free from duality, then you are fixed, okay. Krishna Bhakti ke liye sarva karya siddha hoye. I am totally fixed. And then, simple. You surrender. And after surrender, devotional service starts. Devotional life starts. After surrender, your devotional life starts. Not before surrender. You have to surrender. So that's the main thing. So let's pray to Krishna that he gives us the intelligence where we get rid from these material hankerings and we start hankering for service for Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Samasta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.